Trick or treat, and welcome into the Broforce Squad for another world famous. I'm not sure if we call this a movie commentary or a show commentary on It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. We are on Apple TV Plus right before you press play. If any of you guys are watching this on TV, there's no intro, so once it plays, we will let you guys know where to start. Jeff, the description is, hey, costumes, candy, the classic specials. Some things just scream Halloween. I don't know what this is about, but I'm already in the mood.
Nothing screams Halloween like waiting alone in a field with your blanket on the night of Hallows Eve.
And we fucking love these Peanut shorts. I mean, there's not much time to us. They're classics, apparently. We didn't grow up with them, I guess because we're 90s kids, but we've enjoyed them thus far. So Apple TV Plus, we're about to press play, or if you're there, 0 second mark, we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Halloween, Charlie Brown.
These are all on, or at least most of them. I know this one, the Halloween one. Sorry, the Halloween one, the Thanksgiving one, and the Christmas one. Ours is taking a while to start, actually. So if you're at home, it just
started now. This debuted October 27th, 1966.
Which is wild. The Thanksgiving one wasn't until 73, so...
My dad was born in, 61, so he's, 5 years old.
Oh, so this has got to be his shit. This is a weird thing to notice, but the animation already looks better than in the 73 one.
It does. I don't know. I think it's because it's autumn or fall. It's harvest time.
No dialogue so far. This is Linus and Lucy.
However, the one we did was Thanksgiving, so it was literally 3 weeks after this. So I don't, who knows? I don't know.
Damn, that's a big ass fucking pumpkin to be. This is CrossFit before CrossFit.
I love the fall. I used to not because I was up north and that meant the ending of summer. But now when it's 107 every fucking day, I
fall
love
sounds pretty nice.
Patch. Yeah, I love pumpkin patches because it'll be 87 in October. This
time of year, yeah, like you said, there's just some feeling about it that feels great.
Banner, pumpkin beers, football. You can, you start kind of not barbecuing, but smoking for Halloween and stuff. It's great.
We got all the good holidays coming up, like Thanksgiving and Christmas on the horizon. And on this podcast, I mean, you'll see some of the other horror movie commentaries we have coming out this month, but Halloween is just fucking incredible for movies.
I love Halloween.
I feel like. Really the vibe around it is so fun.
Because after a lot of holidays, you feel kind of depressed afterwards. Like, shit, I got nothing to look forward to. But Halloween, that was fun. Now I got Thanksgiving. Now I got Christmas. Right. Now I got New Year's.
Yeah, Lucy with that fucking butcher. She was way too comfortable with that butcher knife.
Oh, they're all witches and stuff.
If you're the witch, though, why do you still wear the sheet?
I don't know.
I kind of have a rule. If a kid comes trick-or-treating at my house with the sheet ghost costume on, I don't give him candy because that's just, there's no effort.
Nor shouldn't you. You can't just have a mask on with your everyday clothes.
Right, with your Levi jeans and your whatever.
So now we're just getting what is this? Card. The fucking Departed? Did Scorsese direct this?
This is the talented Mr. Ripley. 37 minutes in, the title credits come up.
Okay, Snoopy looks
thinner.
We did the Thanksgiving one, so Snoopy looks a little. I see the Thanksgiving one being a little more after its time, for sure. This looks a lot more 60s cartoon. Here's Charlie Brown, still with the receding hairline.
I mean, Snoopy, that's cool, but if that's how we're going to rake the yard, it's going to take us a while.
Did you ever rake leaves?
Not my main chore was sweeping.
I've raked leaves before, and I never understood it, because after we raked it, we didn't mow. So what the fuck's the point?
Get them off your yard, I guess.
But it looks more pretty, I think.
I agree. I have a massive fucking tree in my front yard, and I haven't really raked it before. Wow, she just does this every.
So is this like a Kill Kenny thing?
Yeah, I think it basically.
Okay.
It's a great analogy, actually. This was Kenny dying before that was really popular.
In the 60s, this was Kenny getting.
I gotta say,
shot.
This must have made a lot of people not want to be place kickers.
Well, not only do you not get chicks, but then you get
But the chicks actively fuck with you. See, and he even knows it too. He's like, "Bitch, I've seen this before."
And kill myself. That's a little much.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Charlie.
66. It's fine.
Oh, she has a signed document? All right. That's an NDA.
As Deshaun
Vince McMahon's like, that's not airtight.
Yeah, as Deshaun Watson knows, that doesn't mean too much, guys. Like,
those are dime a dozen.
They can still fucking come out of the woodwork, trust me. All 28 of them. By the time this launches, who knows how many.
Probably up in the 30s, low 30s. I don't get it. She signed an affidavit.
There's something in the document she didn't
It doesn't have to be notarized. Not in small claims court, bitch.
This is you and I's favorite character.
Yeah, Linus. He's the man. So I used to watch this all the time. It's been a long time since I have, but this is essentially the theme. All these have like small themes. They don't really beat you over the head with it, but it's about like believing in something, whether, you know, conventional wisdom says it will happen or not. And so the theme here is Linus, for I can't remember why, they'll probably tell us here, is waiting in the pumpkin patch to see the great pumpkin rise from the patch. Even though people say basically like, you're a fucking lunatic.
It's like Easter.
Basically, yeah. Like Jesus rising again. Good point. Oh yeah, so I guess the great pumpkin is like the poor man's Santa Claus.
Well, I mean, Santa's not going to give you presents for another 2 months, so you might as well pray to this thing.
So I'm saying, what are we?
Linus is like the Tom Cruise of this. I'll preach to any god that'll give me something.
Exactly. Where's the return on investment? You know, we haven't seen. We didn't see it in the Thanksgiving special, and it's early, but I haven't seen it here. But Lucy is the one who famously has that like booth set up where she says like, "I'll give you a free psychological consultation for," or not free, but it's like 5 cents. She hasn't done her like psychotherapy yet.
That's her little brother. I didn't know that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. She just said, my little brother,
wow.
You're making a laughing stock of the neighborhood when you write to this great pumpkin that won't give you gifts.
3 things you don't discuss: religion, politics, and the great pumpkin. Yeah.
Right, that's true.
Maybe not even in that order. One thing I've learned from Charlie Brown is people will just walk in your house. Like, they don't have to live there. They'll just show up and...
It's kind of the hood before the hood.
Basically.
Where, you know, you have a barbecue
or
and everyone's
Canada.
got... Yeah, or Canada.
So Lucy is Charlie Brown's younger sister. And I believe her and Linus have a bit of a romantic relationship.
Yeah. I mean, she gave him an
crush on each
over-pants hand job one time, but...
Once.
Other than that... So, little Jeff fun fact, if I can pull it up. Talk amongst yourselves, church lady.
Yeah, Linus and Lucy, it's weird because there's not like Charlie Brown canon, but this is definitely like in the Thanksgiving special, they don't show this relationship at all.
No. So, what is the meaning of the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown? It has been cited as a symbol of strong faith and foolish faith. So that kind of makes sense. I've never heard of praying to the Great Pumpkin, which is weird because as kids, we'd do anything to try to get our parents to give us gifts.
100%.
And I've never heard of this.
I think in this, like you just read, it's like a metaphor for something else.
Does the Great Pumpkin have a P.O. box? What's this?
Yeah, that better be double stamped, though. It looks like it's over the weight. He put in some nudes that he wanted to send.
So as a person that never watched Peanuts, I couldn't even tell you what station it was on, probably because it wasn't on when I was in the 90s. But I remember the books, and my kid has a book, and it's basically the Peanuts season. And each chapter is like Valentine's Day. Like, it's fucking awesome. Easter.
Charlie Brown's with Snoopy in it, both of them?
And I'm pretty sure that this story is in there. Now, I would like to watch the Valentine's Day one, too, because it was kind of an interesting one.
If they have a Valentine's Day special, I'm so in. I didn't know I know about this one.
It's basically where they just give each other chocolate and have sex with everyone.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, see, now this is becoming like in Mars Attacks when the Martians come. He's going to, like, basically picket to welcome them. No one wants to show up and, like, no one's there to greet them, you know?
Right.
It's just your Uber
and if you're the
driver
first person there to greet them, I'm guaranteed they'll grant your wish first.
100%. If any wishes are getting granted, it's you. You know your costume's scary as fuck when you scare yourself after you made it. Like, you should know what it looks like.
These are such 1960s costumes. Like, hey, everyone has just kind of a blanket, but I have a mask and you're a ghost.
And a blanket? Yeah.
Blockhead is definitely, I guess, a term in the 60s.
That's like a racial epithet in the 60s. Like, you can't say that now. Like, scruffy-headed nerf herder.
There definitely wasn't Halloween City back in 66, you can see. I love those stores.
Those Party Cities what is there once they close?
I don't
what
know.
shows up?
I don't know. And how do they? I guess they just wait for businesses because they're not at the same spot every year.
Yeah. Well, you can't stay open. Year round.
I always go there and I'm like, I'm not going to spend $80 on Halloween, but I just like to look at them.
Yeah.
I just like it's kind of like it's just I'd like to go to a Christmas tree patch. I already got a fake Christmas tree, but it's fun to go to.
That's a great idea. Yeah, like just getting into the spirit, basically.
Now, pumpkin patch is weird. I'll go to and take pictures, but I'll never buy a pumpkin. I'll get my pumpkin from Kroger.
Right. They're a ripoff at the pumpkin patches. Like, we went to one in the town that we just moved to. Lots of other fun stuff to do. This is Pigpen, of course. But the actual pumpkins were like $45 each for not massive ones.
A pumpkin patch, getting a pumpkin for Halloween is a lot like getting a skank at a bar. It's fun for a couple hours, then afterwards you're like, so what am I supposed to do with this?
Right,
Is it just going to leave on its own, or do I have to dispose of it? I'm not sure what to do with my hands now.
Yeah, I don't know, actually even know how to dispose of those, so that's a great question.
You have to put them in your fucking trash, and it just stinks for like weeks until they pick it up.
And then what about the pumpkins?
Right.
I believe it is this one where Snoopy is the Red Baron.
Okay.
Where he's like fighting the MIGs, basically.
And Red Baron pizza, which I remember one time had like Snoopy on it when we were kids.
It's a great
marketing.
I think Red Baron, and my DiGiorno fans out there, at me. I think Red Baron is the best oven pizza, and I don't even think it's close.
I've never seen this, but I love this story. Basically, the Great Pumpkin is Santa in October.
Yeah, basically. And it's like the classic trope of like Linus believes, and like you said, is it honorable that he has faith in something that might not happen, or is it just fucking pathetic, you know?
It's literally like all these kids think he's an idiot, and then
Lucy
2 weeks
admires
later,
it, though, yeah.
But 2 weeks later, they're all writing letters to Santa.
If he shows up.
Right.
You know? If he doesn't, then he's never going to get his penis touched all through high school.
You got to believe in Christ, though, because like Santa and Jesus are like cream and magic.
Exactly.
Like they're boys.
Yeah, they won a lot of titles together.
They have a lot of in
As
common.
we know. So we have two witches here? Like, or is that one supposed to be Frankenstein?
I don't know.
One of them has a raccoon hat on top of the ghost costume.
What's that one? A Dalmatian?
The joke was that he cut too many holes in the sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucy's like, this is a great... Oh, Sally. Sorry. Yeah, Lucy is... Sorry, the brunette. Linus' older sister.
And Peppermint Patty is not in this.
Yeah. Not yet. Although she was a bitch in the Thanksgiving special, I don't need her to show up in here. Remember saying punching someone was called slugging them?
No, because I was born in this century.
Past Prohibition, yeah. Dude, a pumpkin patch.
He's kind of starting his own cult where he's just talking about how great everything is.
He is. It's like Bad Times at the El Royale and Chris Hemsworth. It's like, join me. It's
interesting this didn't catch on. Even, early days, maybe not when we were kids, but like the Great Pumpkin, like, wish to him and you get, just like Easter you get a gift, your birthday you get a gift, Christmas you get a gift.
Parents, that's probably where they drew the line. They're like, okay, we give you fucking, you want candy
October?
And a gift? Chill.
I was never a big fan. Like trick-or-treating was fun just to walk around and stuff, but after about 3 candy bars, I was one that I'd rather have 2 servings of like turkey than like dessert as a kid. So
it's really about like getting seen.
I got a quarter. I got a rock.
Dude, a quarter back then, you fucking buy a house with that. 1966.
At least a down payment.
Yeah. Well, that covers the 20% down that we needed.
I got 3 cookies. Back then, you could get cookies because then people were putting.
We didn't have to worry about anyone drugging you.
Yeah.
You know, kids didn't get abducted till at least the 90s. Do you remember the worst thing you ever got trick or treating?
I remember one time people gave us fruit.
Oh yeah, I had a dentist in my neighborhood growing up, and he gave people toothbrushes.
It's actually, as an adult, pretty cool.
No, I would like it now. Yeah.
Because a piece of candy you eat and it's gone. A toothbrush could last you 6 months, maybe a year.
Also, like after all that candy, you're gonna need to brush your teeth. Yeah, this part is where the special is lit right here. Like Snoopy, I don't understand why he's doing it, but he's imagining that his doghouse is a jet.
Well, he is the Red Baron for Halloween. That's why.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
Just like when I was a cowboy, I imagined me,
Like in A Christmas Story.
yeah, well, and taking land and raping people and just doing whatever the fuck.
You're historically,
people,
you do your research, historically accurate
hanging
stuff.
everyone.
All right, now Snoopy, we got a fucking bogey here.
It is so true that Snoopy is just in another world.
Yeah, no, he has a different plot.
So nothing of this show is like sci-fi or spiritualistic until you get to Snoopy.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
He's on like a psychedelic trip right here.
Because kids are the ones with the most,
Yeah.
That's weird.
The weird thing about the Peanuts is I feel like the kids are allegories for the adults and Snoopy is the kids. Like he's always doing
because kids like the dogs and stuff. Like not many kids watch TV shows like, oh, I'm Andy from Toy Story.
He's taking fire.
What kid watched Toy Story is like, I want to be Andy. Everyone wants to be Buzz or Woody, so that makes sense. I want to be Snoopy.
It's an interesting dynamic. I don't know if we get Woodstock in this. It's weird because being 66, I'm assuming the beginning of the Peanuts.
I think Woodstock is kind of like Knuckles. He comes in like later.
Right, he's not developed yet. This is an interesting era too. I know Charles Schulz started this as a comic strip, but I'm wondering, like, are all the specials adapted from comic strips, or did he have like original ideas that they?
Well, he started as a comic strip because when he started it, there was no probably TV.
Mm-hmm.
That was like if you watch a Christmas
before
story
electricity.
Right. If you watch a Christmas Story or something like that, like that's where they got their entertainment. It's like, oh, the funnies. They call it the funnies on the paper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what he got to start as, and then like, oh, you want me to do a TV show? Sure, whatever.
He's been shot down, Matt. We're behind. This is Owen Wilson is going to show up now. It's behind enemy lines. Gene Hackman is back on the Air Force carrier.
So what?
This gets a little dark.
Does this have to do with Halloween?
Probably nothing.
Like, why are we? I don't get it.
Oh, you don't want like a Vietnam flashback that doesn't really
right.
get you in the mood for ghouls and goblins?
Oh, don't worry. We're going back to Halloween. Go back to Halloween now.
It's like,
we'll
what?
deal with Snoopy later.
The disparity between these two stories is kind of jarring. And what if it has, motherfucker? Calling someone a blockhead is like, again, it's like a racial word.
Why don't you get candy, then go wait for the Great Pumpkin? Is he on like a central time or something that you have to wait?
Yeah, he's like a Delta Airlines flight where
Okay,
they'll just keep pushing it back and then it's too late to do anything else. Is he embarrassed or did he get like hit in the face?
It just looks like crayons are on his
It
face.
looks like they just scribbled crayon on his face and then it goes away.
This sucks. This is like you promising the girl a full moon so she'll give you an over the pants handy. And
Yeah, it's
it's
like you're
it's
leading me on.
really,
I'm not that easy.
It's really overcast
Linus.
outside. I don't know if this is going to happen tonight.
It's there. You just can't see it behind the clouds.
It's like a six-pack. It's there. You just can't see it behind my belly.
Right. Well, that doesn't really count now, does it?
And Charlie Brown's what?
Like age-wise?
No, like what is he for Halloween? He just has a mask on.
Oh, yeah. I don't. He's like a masked
Is he
version of
fucking
himself.
Army Hammer?
Is this Peppermint
Lone
Patty?
Ranger?
Is that her in the orange?
Maybe she didn't come in till later.
Oh, this is humiliating. Do you think I'm a fucking party favor? Dude, carving pumpkins is so goddamn hard. It's not even fun. I don't think.
I think it's fun if you're drinking a beer, watching a Halloween movie, and you're just, it's a tradition type thing. But
mine's going to look like shit. Like, I just have to... So he's in France, I guess.
And this has nothing...
Is this anti-French propaganda?
This has nothing to do with the...
Yeah, I don't...
Weren't French on our side?
Depends which world war. But
Okay.
yes. They do always surrender, though, is sort of the problem. I don't know if this is dark. Like, if you're a kid watching this, you're like, I don't get it.
I never knew getting shot down on a plane had so much to do with Halloween.
Yeah, I don't... The Peanuts might be, like, too allegorical.
This is 25 minutes, and Snoopy's fucking story seems like it's been an hour long. It's weird.
Again, this one, I think, more than anything, though, you realize... In all these specials, he has his own fucking storyline.
I've never bobbed for apples, and I don't get that either.
Why would you? I don't understand. If I want an apple, I'll pick one up and eat it. Now, how'd Snoopy end up in here? I thought he was in France. Oh, when he was in the water, is that what he thought he was in?
I guess. There's definitely some drugs going
Who's
on.
the piano guy? I love him, but I can't.
Let me get it up. We didn't see him in the Thanksgiving one.
Yeah, he wasn't in it at all.
But
which
I named
is weird
him.
because he's like an OG Peanuts guy.
Yeah, maybe he had the night off. Load management. Schroeder.
Schroeder. Wow, never would have guessed that. But yeah, there's one Peanut special. Of course, they do a play, and he plays the iconic dun 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 like the Peanuts did.
Yeah. Which the Peanuts song is like, I mean, iconic, like the Jaws or Star Wars. Like it's played at a bunch of baseball games and shit.
So I guess Snoopy's like
I don't
one
think
man.
this show's all it's cracked up to be.
No.
Like, I mean, like back in the day, like if you'd ask your parents, I mean, maybe there's one that really will stand foot and say it's great, but it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying the kid shows today or anything to write home about, but
Like I like the characters in this, but I find like a Scooby-Doo episode more entertaining. Or
I'm not a big fan of
Flintstones
Scooby-Doo.
episode.
Flintstones and Jetsons are way better than this, I think. I'm trying to think of other cartoon. Like, I'm not a big fan of Mickey Mouse or anything, but I think that there are some others that are like way better than this.
We should do the Flintstones Meet the Jetsons movie. That's a good one.
I want to do Flintstones Christmas Carol. I watch that every
really?
every
I wonder
Christmas.
what that's on.
It's fantastic.
Whatever Schroeder is doing, he is tugging at the heartstrings of Snoopy. And now, of course, we're going to conclude with, did the Great Pumpkin actually fucking show up?
What is, like, so it's just bigger than a normal pumpkin?
It grows out of the pumpkin patch, I believe.
So it's on Halloween night. You got to wait for the Great Pumpkin instead of just going and getting... What if you're...
Well, hindsight's 2020. Like you said, they could have trick-or-treated and then come...
What if your ask is candy? You could just go do that on your own.
Right. You said it's called the Flintstones what, Christmas?
Flintstones Christmas Carol. It's fantastic. It's actually about COVID.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone gets the bedrock bug. It's fucking awesome.
It's on something called a Boomerang.
Yeah, that's
for free.
That's like the Cartoon Network channel kind of for.
It's from '94, so it's pretty recent.
So he saw.
It's an hour or 10.
He saw the Great Pumpkin, but it was just fucking Snoopy's.
Well, Lucy feels lied to, as she should. Men are pigs. They only want one thing, and it's pathetic. And it's the Great Pumpkin to show its face. Look at that moon, dude.
Blockhead.
They need another disc besides Blockhead.
I'm sure there's somebody that would give you candy right now.
She actually does have a pretty good case in court if she wanted to.
This is every woman ever after she dated a guy that's an idiot. It's like, what a fool I was. This is terrible. You lied to me. Bye. Like,
and now I'm in my 30s, so what am I supposed to do?
Look at my hips. There's no way anyone's going to take me now. Get the fuck out.
You're not wrong. I think that is Peppermint Patty in the orange, just maybe with a different outfit this time. Who knew what restitution was at age 4?
No one hold a gun to her head. You believed him.
That's true, yeah.
It's always the man's fault. You live in a woman's world.
It's disgusting, really.
The fury of a woman.
But don't complain to Charlie Brown. It's his sister. Like, you're kind of putting him between a rock and a hard place.
I don't think Charlie Brown's anyone that gets really too amped up about anything.
Very even-keeled. That's nice. He's like, look, if he shows up, I won't tell him you said he was...
This is basically about a cult.
It really is. Is a one-man cult considered a cult? Is really the question.
And is the Great Pumpkin worth losing all your friends over and for the only chick that might have maybe made out with you?
You know, I would say if those people... What's the Marilyn Monroe quote? If you can't handle me at my worst.
Why would your alarm go off at 4 a.m.?
You don't set your alarm for 4 a.m.?
November 1st.
Just in case the Great Pumpkin's there at 4 a.m., you don't set an alarm? Jesus Christ. Dad's gone at the liquor store again.
That's her brother. Is it? Yeah, and where are the parents? The parents don't know that the kid's not in the room at 4 a.m. He's got to be 2.
He's going to freeze to death, and then child service... CPS is on their way here now. They're like, this is disgusting. This is the 4th call we've gotten this month to this residence. I don't remember. I mean, this is obviously the point of the story, but I don't remember Linus having this many tribulations on his way to seeing the pumpkin.
It's pretty deep here.
It's getting dark, for sure. The square footage in Linus's room is massive. He says his first and last name.
I guess
Charlie Brown has really bad luck, man.
he just kind of wants to chill and drink his tumbler of whiskey, and everyone has fucking issues around him all the time.
They're just pulling up footballs. They're giving him rocks. It's like, Jesus, can I just do me?
Don't take it too hard, Linus.
He's going to lash out now. I just hope he doesn't get violent again, you know? Wait, so he doesn't see the Great Pumpkin?
Is this a metaphor for something?
I swore he saw it.
No, he didn't see it at all.
I'm fucking shook right now.
That's why he was sleeping in there. He's like, just wait till next year. They're going to be out with a bag of toys, and you won't even fucking know. I guess that's why we've never wished to the Great Pumpkin, because he didn't fucking show up. It's not like Santa's like rain.
To your point, sometimes the best conversations we have are after the movie or special. But if the debate with this is it about, like, how does it portray like a belief and faith?
So basically, Linus is a Cowboys fan. Okay, got it. All right, wait till next year. You'll see.
Well, free agency will hit it
win
big.
The whole fucking thing.
No, but to me, this doesn't glamorize like blind faith. It makes you look like an idiot for it. Like, does Linus come out looking good?
I don't know how to feel right now.
Jesus Christ. People at home, we're shook up over here.
This is 66. It wasn't as spoon-fed to us as nowadays.
It's a different time.
This sucks, kind of.
Art, get it? We have to determine the meaning. They're not just going to fucking hand it to us on a silver platter.
Well, we're the Broforce Squad, so as we drink and wonder why we're even here, and not to put a gun down our throat,
God damn it.
while you do that as well, please subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes. Follow us.
Although I don't know if
Twitter.
we'll be alive to put out more content.
Who
but
knows? Which will make us more popular in a sick way.
That's a really good
Kurt
point.
Cobain style. And we're on Letterboxd,
We're
Instagram. We're everywhere. We're everywhere until we're not, because this is really fucking depressing.
And then there'll be all these like unreleased podcasts that happen to come out.
I don't even know why we should live anymore.
What's the point?
All right. Well, have a good day.
I guess.